Fingerstyle blues in the key of G. We will be building off this and making it more complicated in the future, but we need a solid foundation first. New guitar every single Monday. Hit subscribe, ring the bell, never miss a lesson. In the description, you'll see our other social networks, tabs by becoming a Patreon, link in the notes, as well as the description. All right, one-on-one lessons too. My email's down there if interested. Let's do it. Grab the guitar brain attention span, follow me on in, and let's get bluesy. All right, let's go ahead and just jump into it, you lovely beginners out there. Now, this is designed for beginners, but it's also designed to push you beginners, okay? Just so you know. And if you are a little more advanced, don't worry. There will be some stuff in here for you as well. The 12-bar blues progression in the key of G, you should know your harmony first. It is 4 measures of G or G7. Those are the first 4. Then you have the middle 4, 2 C7, 2 G7. Then you have the turnaround, which would be 1 D7, 1 C7, 1 G7, and then 1 D7. Now, the blues does allow for variance in that progression. Not a lot, but there is some variance. For example, the second measure could be C7. So instead of 4 of G7, you could go G7, C7, G7, G7. And the turnaround also really allows for a lot of room to wiggle. So let's just jump into it. We are going to really rely on our thumb alternating through the bass. So make a G chord, and we're going to use these 3 fingers. Why is that? It really allows a lot of cool variance from the G7 from the G to the G7 to the G6. So we play the G like that, but our index finger is ready to go to the first fret anytime we need it to. Still, having said that, let's make that chord. Let's get our palm covering the E, A, and D strings, and let's just alternate between the 3rd fret of the low E and the open D. This bass is such a big part of this style that you could just sit there and practice this. So your thumb knows exactly where to go because it's so important. And then that will also build some independence between your thumb and your other fingers. We're going to play the thumb on the 1. Then we're going to use our ring finger to play the 3rd fret of the high E when we drop down and play the bass on the 2nd beat. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3rd beat, we're going to make a G7. 3rd fret of the E. Ring finger again. Playing the 1st fret of the high E. So we get 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. We're going to remove our index finger and we're going to play the high E again on the and. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That can be kind of tricky because your hand, depending on how you're playing it, sometimes mutes that high E. So go slow and try to articulate each note. Hear that? Okay, and the reason we're using our ring finger is because we're going to use our middle finger here to play the open B string on the 4th beat. One, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. after that, the next measure, we're going to go 3. We're going to start off 1, 2 the same, then just the bass on the 3. Then that first fret, we're going to play on the and. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. That should be quite a bit easier, okay? And if that first one is just too hard for you beginners, feel free to use the easy one throughout, because all we're going to do is repeat these 2 measures for measures 3 and 4. Put them together nice and slow. All right, and then we get to the middle 4. We get to the middle 4, we're going to do this cool shuffle over the C that sounds like this. Make a C, but like with no middle finger. So you're playing the 3rd fret here and the 1st fret here. And you're going to pluck the 3rd fret of the A string, and then these 2 fingers here, middle finger on the B, index on the G. Okay, and then you would go, squeeze them twice. 2nd finger down to our middle finger on the 2nd fret of the G. Ring finger, pinky finger, 3rd fret, excuse me. And back to the 2nd fret. Be careful that you don't mute this note with your pinky. That can happen pretty easy if you do this. Okay, then we're going to make this C7 shape. It's just a C with your pinky down. We're going to pluck the bass, thumb drop down to the 2nd fret of the D string, and then your 2 fingers here are going to pluck the G and the B together. Ring finger is going to come up to the 3rd fret of the low E. Then you're going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Index finger, 3rd fret of the G. Thumb, 2nd fret of the D. Then back to what we've been doing earlier, all right? So you put these 4 together. All right, and that's our middle 4. The turnaround is going to feel a little advanced. It sounds like this. Now, it sounds more advanced than it actually is, okay? Which is always good when something sounds hard, but it's not that tricky to play. We're working around this shape right here, which is the D7, just like your C7, without your index finger. So we use these 3 fingers. Middle finger, 5th fret of the A, index, 4th fret of the D, ring finger on the 5th fret of the G. And that's a D7. And we're going to go triplet, 1 pola. We're going to play A string, followed by those 2 other strings, the D and the G on the and. 3 pola, 2 and. Let it ring for the 3. 3 pola, 2 and 3 and 4 and. Back to the same shape now, but we're 2 frets lower. 3rd fret, those 2. 1, 2, 3 pola, let it ring for 4. 1 pola, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 pola, 4, boom. 3rd fret of the E string. Then you're going to come down 3, 3, 2, 2, well 3, 3. Then it's 2nd fret, 2 and 3, 1 and 3, and then 3 on the low E, open B, 3rd fret on the high E. Come up, make that D7, and then slide it up to an E flat 7, then right back to the D7. So it's 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. Snap that. 1, 2, 3, and, right? 3 and 4 into the top. Now you're in the top. Okay, so let's go ahead and play through the whole 12 bar together from the top, nice and slow, with the goal of being articulate and clear. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to the top. And there you have it. That is the foundation of your fingerstyle blues in G. Enjoy and have fun. G minor pentatonic. If you want a solo, add the flat 5th. And you got the G blues scale. As you saw in the lesson, G is a really fun key. A lot of cool things you can do with G. I love the bounce. I love the fact that you have that cool open G string. There's just a lot of really cool things that you can do with this key. Going from the G to the 7 to the 6 is a lot of fun. It's a really fun key. I'm happy to share it with you. Moving forward, we are going to build off this, so make sure you get this foundation down solid, because we're going to be having some more fun with this down the line. Until next time, take care, rock and roll, life is good. See you next Monday, Ukulele Wednesday and Saturday. Subscribe, ring the bell, think about becoming a Patreon. Peace.